Today is Monday, the first day of September, and it's Labor Day. And as you can see, I have on my, hat here, and it might remind you of, the 4th of July or something, but that's all right. I made a video, I believe it was in 2010. I made it on Labor Day. I was inside of the house that is behind me today, and I decided I would make this one outside of the house, underneath the tree. And I am still amazed that people are so easily deceived. And to be deceived would, I'm sure you know what being deceived is. And I may look deceived, but that doesn't mean that I am deceived. I'm sure I have been deceived at times. But what would possibly, the phrase, "do not be taken captive," mean? Other than, do not be taken captive. That's pretty simple. And you don't want to be taken captive to, by philosophies and vain teachings and some elemental, stuff that just don't amount to nothing. And the devil has always got some stuff that you will think amounts to something when it amounts to nothing. And the devil has deceived many, many people. And he usually does it, using words. The devil can, you can be deceived with a picture, but you can be deceived with words also. But it's a fact. I'm out here under a tree, and I'm wearing a straw hat, and I'm talking about people that have been deceived. Now, if you take your child to the zoo and you see a monkey, and your child knows where a monkey comes from, and you see a big monkey in there with a little monkey, then your child, if is any age at all, can tell that monkey in that cage, had a baby monkey, and monkeys are monkeys. And when a cow gives birth to a calf, it's either a male or a female, and it's going to be a calf. I mean, that's just the way it works. Now, birds lay eggs, and then birds have to sit on eggs, or, some other way they have to be what they call incubated before they can hatch. But duck eggs always produces ducks. And chicken eggs always produce chickens. And I don't know if you've ever seen a turtle, or if you know what a turtle is. But a turtle is not a duck or a chicken. But turtles do lay eggs. Now, they don't sit on their eggs. And nobody, I guess you could incubate a turtle egg. But when the turtle's egg hatches, a turtle comes out. So the offspring of a turtle is a turtle. The offspring of a chicken is a chicken. And the offspring of a cow is a cow. And the offspring of a monkey is a monkey. Now what we need to do is find out about, what is the offspring of God, and what would the offspring of God possibly look like. That'd be a good thing for you to learn today on Labor Day. And I'm going to try to help you learn it on, today. Fathers have sons and daughters. That's what fathers have. Mothers can have sons and daughters also, and they have to have a father. In other words, there's got to be certain things take place, And a long time ago, God decided to make something out of some dirt, some dust, or whatever you want to call it. And he made himself a son in his own image. That's what God did. God made a son in his own image. And this son had a lot of glory. He had enough glory that God could put him to sleep and take something out of him and present him with something. And that God presented to him was the glory of the man. And she was the woman. And the man loved the woman. And they had offspring. And that's how it all got started, folks. God created a man in his image. And then God took the man and, put him to sleep and took something, from the man and gave it to the man. And the man, did what the man did with the woman, and they had offspring. Now, if the man was the image of God, and the man had offspring, then the offspring would be the image of God. So being then the offspring of God, that means that we're not the offspring of a monkey, and we're not the offspring of a cow, and we're not the offspring of a duck or chicken, and I'm not the offspring of a turtle either. Now, I don't know what some of you people think about this little, Labor Day message. But anyway, I wanted to, try to help somebody out today so that they could understand, really what we are. And we are what we are because God fixed it that way. And God had a son that came by way of the birth canal. If you're an older woman, I didn't take the women's classes at school, so I don't know a whole lot about the birth canal. But if children's supposedly, get here through the birth canal. Well, Adam didn't get that privilege, and neither did Eve. But the rest of God's offspring got here that way, unless somebody, took a knife and they got here another way. But anyway, today is a good day for you all to understand and know that God has offspring. And since God owns everything, there is to be owned. That's kind of why Jesus said everything the Father has is mine. because Jesus knew that his Father owned everything. And that's just the way it was. Now, it's going to be sad for some people to find out that they were the owners of everything, and then they get disinherited by their father. In other words, the father decides this child is not going to get, and this other child is going to. And it's been that way for years, folks. It's been that way for years. Fathers just have that opportunity and privilege to, do with their stuff. The father owns everything, and the father can do with, everything as he wants. There's going to be a lot of kids that are not going to get what their father wanted them to have because they got disobedient to their father. Jesus of Nazareth, he wasn't disobedient. And God was so pleased with him that he let the world know. And the world's going to know, one more time that Jesus of Nazareth is the Son of the living God. The child was born to be a king, and a king he will be. If you don't believe me, then you just don't believe me. But anyway, I've enjoyed letting you know that today is not the 4th of July. And I do live in the United States. And we'll probably be here for quite some time. Yep. You might want to, find out where Abraham lived. He might show up back there one day. He might. Daniel was the old boy that they put in the lion's den one day. He'll be back too. There's going to be one more fine time here, folks, when God puts his children back together. The obedient ones are going to have a real good time. The disobedient ones, they're not ever going to be happy. They're never going to be satisfied. And they sure don't like the truth. And I just want everybody to know today that Jesus of Nazareth is not God Almighty. He never was, never claimed to be, never will be. Yep. I know my Father in heaven. And I know where Jesus is, his Son. He's in heaven too. But he's not going to be there, forever. He's got something else he's got to do down here. And I'll be so glad when he gets back. I really will. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, Labor Day. If you get a chance, eat some barbecue.